Hello everyone, today we're going to check equatives. First, some context. You and your friend are at a store and you are about to buy a new rug for your living room. Okay, so let's imagine that situation. You are at a store and you want to buy a rug. So let's check the conversation. Your friend tells you, "Do you like these rugs?" And you say, "I'm not sure. The red one is softer than the blue one, but it is the most expensive." "Yeah, I wouldn't like to spend 2,000 soles in one rug. I could buy a TV with that money." "Can you check the price for the green one?" "Sure. It is as expensive as the blue one, and it is as soft as the red one." "Great. I'll buy that one then." So as you see in this conversation, the two people, you and your friend, are comparing different objects in the store. Because that's what we normally do when we buy something. We want to see the difference between the objects. For example, here you are telling your friend, "The red one is softer than the blue one." The red rug is softer than the blue one, the blue rug. But it is the most expensive. So if we compare the red rug versus all the rugs in the store, this one is the most expensive. So you see, you are using comparatives and superlatives to compare different objects. That's something we saw in a previous lesson, remember? So you can check here a link. I'm going to put you a link here for that. But the new thing here is this part. Look, can you check the price of the green one? And your friend tells you, "Sure." And the friend checks, and then he says, "It is as expensive as the blue one, and it is as soft as the red one. So it's a good price, and it is equally soft." So you see, in this case, you have a comparison between two objects. But in this case, you're not saying that there is a difference. In this case, you're implying that it is as expensive as the blue one. In other words, equally expensive as the blue one. So you see, in this way, we're comparing different things. We're using the same adjective, but we're comparing something else. So it's important to remember comparatives, superlatives, and the new thing, equatives. Remember, please, that when we use comparatives, the difference is 1 versus 1. For example, the red one is softer than the blue one. And also remember that it usually, the way to write the comparative is usually with ER. The superlative is different. When you compare with superlatives, you compare one versus all. You compare one versus the universe or versus a group. It is the most expensive. So if we compare this rug versus all the other rugs, this one is the most expensive. This one has the highest price. But equatives are a little different. It's not to show difference. They usually show equality. That's why they are called equatives. It is as expensive as the blue one. So that means that the two are equally expensive. It is as soft as the red one. It means that the two objects are equals. Okay, so that's the idea of the equatives. You show that two things are similar, or they have some similarity, or that they are equal. That's the difference between comparatives, superlatives, and equatives. The comparative is to show a difference. The superlative is to show the extreme of all the group. But the equative is to show the similarity between two objects. Now let's check some rules, some important things that we have to remember. First of all, look at here. Your heart is as big as your fist. According to some studies, if you compare the size of your fist and the size of your heart, they have determined that both of them are almost equal. So that's why we can say that your heart is as big as your fist, because the two are equals. Now, an important thing here. Can you say as bigger or as biggest? No, that's something we can't say. So the first thing we have to remember is that we use only adjectives or adverbs. Okay, in the center of as, we only use adjectives or adverbs. Okay, no comparative form, no superlative form. Okay, some examples of this. Your heart is as big as your fist. In this case, big is an adjective that is describing your heart. I cook as well as my grandma. This adverb here is modifying the verb. So remember, please, you can use it. You can use the comparison with as, with an adjective or with an adverb, but never use the comparative or the superlative form. Only the original adjective as it was. And the second thing is that you can use this in affirmative or in negative sentences. Obviously, if the comparison as is in affirmative sentences, it means that the two objects are equals. She is as tall as him. The two are equal. But if you use it in negative, you imply that they are not the same. He is not as strong as her. You see, he is not as strong as her. So yeah, there you go. That's it with equatives. So remember, please, in general, there are two rules that we need to remember. First, use an adjective, okay, or an adverb. Okay, use an adjective or an adverb. Never use the comparative or superlative form of the adverb or the adjective. And you can use them in affirmative or in negative sentences. But just remember, when the sentence is affirmative, it's equality. When the sentence is negative, is that they are not equals. And that's it for this part. So remember, if you want to check the grammar lesson about comparatives and superlatives, you can check the link here in the corner. I'm going to put it in the editing. And that's it for today. So please remember to study and wash your hands. Bye bye.